neighbors. As promised, once the Leviathan was put down, I have only to finish a few trophies, and this part of the DLC will also be at 100%. I don't know if y'all can see this, but let's look at trophies. It says hidden, reveal, 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 reveal. Okay, so what we have left is we need to strike 3 or more enemies with tidal attacks while using unlimited ammunition following a quick refill. Wait a minute. This sounds like a different game. Channel the Heavens. Acquire Master All Leviathan, Ultima. Complete 10 quests. I am at 6 of 10. So we'll do that one first. Trial by water. And Corona's Gate. Oh, these could be interesting. Those last two. So, I don't know how far along we'll get, but we'll get
I think I
some
might
of
have
them.
found a way to break Talor's curse.
Go on.
Well, after listening to the village elders and scouring every likely-looking tome in the library, I learned that not all Tomburies are the same little green menaces we know and loathe. Apparently, a chosen few live to incredible ages and grow to many times the size of their counterparts. The folk tales hold that it's the very eldest of these, the Tombury kings, who weave the curses, and that their magics bind their victims to them, that they might continue to feed on their pain.
So if we slay the one that cast the curse, the feeding will cease.
But that was my thinking, yes. Though I doubt it'll be easy. These kings are not just bigger, they're stronger too. And if the tales are true, their followers will defend them to the death. It is a perilous proposition, in short. But it may also be Talor's only hope. What say you?
I say I will.
I'll do it. Even if killing this king doesn't break the curse, the city will be a safer place for its removal.
Thank you.
So then,
Oh, you're welcome.
where will I find it?
That, alas, I do not know. It must have woven the curse at the altar in Father's Fell, but as to where it is now...
Fanet, you were the one asking about Tonburies, right? Because there's a whole bloody army of them out on the cloak.
What? But why would they stray so far? And why now?
There's only one way to find out. I'll head up the mountain and see what's going on.
Right. Thank you. And please, be careful.
Gonna put a whooping on him. A whooping. A whooping. Alright. We got some more quests. We need to do 4 more in this area, so...
It is good to have him back.
Let's see about some
But how do
medicine.
I know
Where's she
the lad
at?
wants someone another?
Over here. The medicine lady. Yeah.
When you've decided what you want, just let me know.
New music. Yeah,
Here
let's
you
do
are.
new music. And we'll do these.
May it serve you well.
Now we're all full up with everything
I'll be
she can
here.
offer. Let's pick up a few more quests. That way we can get them all at one
Mister,
time.
over here. Please, mister, you've got to help us. The village is in danger, and if someone doesn't do something... you should have seen it.
Stop. Take a deep breath and tell me everything. Starting with your name.
Sorry. My name's Eirik. When you went up to the Ereval with Miss Shula, well, I followed you.
You could have been killed.
Lady Shula told us you lot were great warriors, so I thought I'd be alright if I stayed close like. But then I lost track of you in the woods, and that's when I saw it.
Saw what?
A great, big, dripping, drooling monster. Spitting out great spouts of water it was, that were tearing up the ground and cutting down trees.
Spouts of water. I don't recall saying anything like that in the forest.
Well, I did, and I don't ever want to see it again. You'll get rid of it, won't you?
Of course we will.
All right. If this creature is as terrible as you claim, it could well pose a threat to the village. I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, mister. It was over by the Swift one that I saw it. Maybe it's still there.
Then that's where I'll start my search. But this time, you're going to stay here. Understood?
I wouldn't go through those gates for 1,000 gil. Not with that thing out there. Good luck, though.
There's 2 of the 4 I need. Should be 2 more over here. I see the markers for them. Let's pick these 2 up and we'll handle all 4 of them at one time.
My lord, might I have a moment of your time? I would beg of you a service.
Certainly. What is it?
It's a long story. But before we get to that, would I be right in thinking Lady Shula told you about the witch from the north?
Yes. She said that your ancestors found her here, and that it was she who taught them the spell to stop time. She was like Wallius, you know. A dominant. The Warden of Ice.
My great-grandmother suspected as much. She cared for the poor woman when the end was near. And it was she whose duty became to attend her grave. A duty that was passed down to me.
I see. And the service you would beg of me?
Well, until recently, the path to the grave had long been blocked by a fallen tree. But when our woodsmen finally found time to move it, we quickly realized it might have been better had they not. On trying to clear the rest of the path, you see, we discovered that a flock of bloodthirsty beasts had claimed the cliffs beyond. None of us was a match for them. But you, my lord, have proven your strength many times over. Would you drive them away for us?
Sure, no problem. Anything
Of
for the
course.
locals.
I'll see the path is made safe.
Thank you, my lord. The grave is in a place called Witch Drop. To reach it, one must turn left at the Winged Wains, then follow the path around to the right, deep into the forest.
Why so far from Haven?
It was where she lived. When our ancestors first came to Mysidia, they found her there, in an old abandoned village, and it was her heartfelt wish to return there in death. So when she passed away, my great-grandmother had a stone erected for her on the cliffs overlooking the place she once called home.
How thoughtful. Well then, no time like the present. Left at the ships, then round to the right, you said.
Just so. Thank you once again, my lord. I will join you at the grave anon.
Wow, sounded like he was going to die with us, but no. You're going to go check her grave out. Yeah, okay. One more quest to pick up, and we're off to do some beatdowns.
You wouldn't happen to have some time on your hands, would you, Clive? Only I was wondering if you might help me with something else.
Don't tell me. Another unruly dominant.
Not quite, but a dangerous foe nonetheless. It promises to be quite a hunt. Care to join me?
Sure.
All right. Tell me about our quarry.
A fiendish, cold-blooded beast known as a Givra. Normally, we leave such animals well alone, and for good reason. But I have an even better reason to want its tongue.
Its tongue?
If you'll permit me, tributary, I can explain.
Certainly, Yamila.
It's been over a week since me sister gave birth to her first child, yet she still isn't back on her feet. We've tried everything to restore her spirits. Physics and nostrums, the laying on of hands and of leeches, but all to no avail.
Y'all leeched her? She just had a baby. She just had a baby. And y'all leeching her.
A broth
Goodness.
as potent as its ingredients are perilous to procure.
It isn't only Yamila's sister who stands to benefit from this, by the way. There's her baby to think of. And Walias, too. She'd agreed to be his wet nurse, you see.
I'd be glad to help.
Thank you. Our hunters have no shortage of skill, but this task calls for more than that. And it won't be achieved through weight of numbers either. The Givra is as wary a foe as it is a deadly one. 2 hunters might catch it unawares, but any more than that, and it would pick up our scent a league away.
Then it is decided. The 2 of you will go, while Jill and I occupy ourselves here.
Perhaps we might help prepare the broth.
That would be most kind of you.
Come then, Clive. The river of time flows fast, and so must we. There's a Givra
Well.
that has claimed the ruins at the foot of the mountain as its hunting ground. But as I say, they are wary creatures. We'll need suitable bait to draw it out. The flesh of a forest ibex should suffice.
To the forest, then.
I guess that's the one we're going to be doing first. I'm glad I picked it up last.
There's nothing a Givra loves more than...
Alright, so what are we looking at here? Rain of Pain. Last Licks. Lost in the Woods. And the Grave. So,
Fat haunch of ibex.
we're going this way
There
first.
speaks the voice of experience. And often.
Since I was a girl, my father would take me. Then after he returned to the sea, Yamila's father. Our families have always been close. Even if her sister wasn't Walias's wet nurse, I couldn't stand by and watch her suffer.
Found her. They're almost at the gate. But they won't be coming any closer.
Number 5. There we go. More crafting stuff. Yep.
That should buy Haven some time at least.
Clive, are you all right?
Fine. We've taken care of the immediate threat.
Thank the tides. I was worried I was going to lose you both. Till he took a sudden turn for the worse just after you left.
What? Is he?
No, He's hanging on. I fear the Tombury King may have begun the cursing ritual again. In earnest this time. And I can't imagine their being here as a coincidence. I think it might be happening on this very mountain.
If it is, it won't be for long. Get back to Talor. I'm going up.
My thanks. I shall pray for both of you.
Moving on up. Yeah, 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 yeah. Moving on up. Gonna go up. Yep, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I guess we got a new location up ahead of us. Yeah. I don't want to go cloak. But we will continue this path. Real rip. Come here, Ambrosia.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Right.
More of them.
Right.
Come on, then. I crave an audience with your king.
Yeah. We just smacked y'all.
Another group. They don't look very regal.
Were they just shooting laser guns at me?
Time to fight.
Yeah, let's do that. You look different color. Roseanne. Boom. Who's that? Come here, you. What I gotta do? A bunch of these guys? Cause oh no, those are just exclamation points for the other. Oh yeah, one of those drippy things. You can hear it.
Still no sign of the king. Could Fanad have been wrong?
Careful.
There's dozens of them. The king must be close. We'll have to take care of his followers first. Now that's a lot of Tombres.
Kabloom!
Looks like that's the last of them. Out here, anyway. But beastmen do like dark places. Well, I'll be damned.
Homeberry King.
It even has a crown. Sorry, Your Majesty, but your reign ends here.
This guy doesn't like to stay around, does he?
Let's try. Too slow. Let's roll ready.
done again. It's going all over the place. Can't find him nowhere. Dodging and dodging. Dodging and weaving. He's nowhere to be found. That hit him a little bit, but not much. Gotcha. Boom, boom, boom.
It's done. Which means the curse should be broken.
Let's see.
Clive! Is it done then?
It is. I was going to ask if there had been any change in Talor's condition, but judging by that smile on your face, I think I already know the answer.
You do? Talor! He's back!
Thank you, my lord. I can never repay you for everything you've done for me. I owe you my life.
I'm just glad the curse is lifted. There is one thing I'd like to know, though. If you don't mind my asking. What made you seek the Tombury's help in the first place?
Oh, that, well, you deserve to know. It was years ago now, back in my trading days. The Sons of Greek arrested me in Oriflamme, chained me up in a lightless cell with a great sword hung over my head, ready to fall if I didn't confess. Though they never said to what. I didn't, of course. So eventually they just let me go. And I never told a soul. Tried to forget it ever happened. But then you came along and the sight of your sword brought it all flooding back. I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't hardly breathe, and I thought that if I gave my old chain to the Tomburys, maybe they could take all that pain away. All that anger. But it only made it worse.
Oriflamme has fallen. And the men who tortured you likely fell with it.
If only I'd known, I might have spared everyone a lot of trouble. I'd convinced myself that you were like them, that all outsiders were the same, but you're not. Far from it. Thank you, son. Thank you.
Clive, there's something I need to tell you. After we parted ways on the path to the cloak, I went straight back to Tlor and explained to him what you were doing on his behalf. And just like that, his pain began to fade.
What do you mean? Just like that? The Tombury King would have still been alive. I had to contend with dozens of his minions before I found him.
Then perhaps one of them warned him of your coming and he broke off his ritual. Or perhaps knowing that an outsider was fighting for him was what lifted the weight from Tlor's heart. I know from experience that many illnesses are not wholly physical, but of the spirit, at least in part.
Was there ever really a curse then? Or was Tlor simply suffering from the pain of his memories? And the guilt of what he'd done? For all the difference it makes. I suppose we'll never know.
Maybe not. But this much I do know. It was your strength and your selflessness that healed his heart in the end.
I'll be sure to tell my healer friend when I get home.
Another one bites the dust. Bam, bam. Another one bites the dust. Recalcum. Yeah, that was some important stuff in the first playthrough. I don't know if it really has a place anymore. Let's go buy some potions and then continue on.
I will have to charge you.
Oh no. You're gonna charge me?
If you're sure you need it.
No way you're gonna charge me, really? Alright, where are we going now? Let's go here. Guess we'll do the one in the middle and then we'll do one on each side. Straight ahead of us on the left.
Is that the hunter?
It's you. Nasef's savior.
Are you all right? What happened?
I was tracking an ibex when a great spout of water struck me square in the back. Sent me flying all the way across the clearing.
Did you see what made it?
No. All I heard was a noise. An ear-splitting din.
Oh, it's a turtle.
Might this be the culprit? Leave him to us. You've caused enough trouble.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Well, that wasn't too bad.
No, wasn't too bad.
Hardly a threat to the village, but you can't blame the boy for being scared.
You made that look a lot easier than it was.
Do you think that was the beast which attacked you?
That thing? Not a chance. Would have heard it coming a league away. And the blast of water that hit me was beyond anything an Archelon can manage.
Oh. A boy from the village sent me in search of a beast that could conjure such things, but...
That's it. That's the noise I heard. Sounded like it came from the ruins.
I'll go. You head back to Haven and see a healer.
Alrighty. Gotta do some more goodness. It's up there ahead of us. Or I can go back here and handle this. And that. Let's do that first. Yep, let's go back there.
This should be the path to Witchdrop. Hungry, Toggle.
Easy enough. What else we got over here? Anything good? No, don't seem that way.
And here's our welcoming party.
blah, 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 blah. Frozen.
Farewell.
Farewell. Using crafting and crafting again.
Looks like that's the last of them. Now, where's the grave?
Straight ahead, I would imagine. And I imagined correctly.
This must be it.
My lord, thank you for making the path safe again.
XVI. Was that her name?
Yes. Hardly the most fitting tribute for a dominant, is it? A rough-hewn stone with naught but a given name engraved on it. But my ancestors had only been here a matter of weeks when she passed. Every day was a struggle to survive. They had neither the time nor the energy to devote to a more elaborate memorial. Yet they spared what they could to grant her wish, that even in death she might continue to watch over her home.
She lived down there then? In the ruins?
That's right. They were once the living quarters for those who served up in the temple. When the Northern Thanes sent her here to weave her spell, this was where she and her retinue stayed. There were priests, handmaidens, and a knight sworn to shield her from harm. Of course, they were all gone by the time my ancestors arrived, fled or dead in the Western Wars.
All except XVI, who remained till the end. Alone.
Indeed. At least, that is the story as it's been handed down in Haven. But there is an epilogue to the tale. One known only to Lady Shula and myself. Some years after XVI's passing, you see, my grandmother came here to tend the grave, and found a stranger kneeling before it. A knight, dressed head to toe in plate. She asked of him who he was and whence he had come, but received no answer. The only words he spoke were, "Tell me true, whose grave is this?" So she told him of how her people had met and cared for XVII, and how she had died. His only reaction was to stare up at the air of hours in silence. Then he left, never to be seen again.
You said he was wearing plate. Was it black and gold?
Do you know something of him?
When we went up to the Air of Hours to unravel the spell, we were set upon by a shade in the shape of a knight in full plate. It manifested in front of the Vare, and in its ether, I felt Shiva, the witch.
You think this may have been the same man my great-grandmother met? XVI's knight?
I don't know. Maybe. All I can say for sure is it was intent on protecting her creation.
Or perhaps her spirit? What remained of her ether, preserved in the Vare? Perhaps his spirit too became enraveled in her spell, frozen in an eternal vigil.
Till we ended it.
Kicked their butts, we
If the
did.
shade you fought was XVI's knight, then ending it was the greatest gift you could have given him. Now he can return to the sea, to be with his lady once more. And if his spirit should ever return here to visit her grave, I shall ask his name, that I might carve it in the stone next to hers.
That they might be together. Once and for all.
Cool story. Valuable deal. Alright, 2 quests left to go. We got one over here and one up there. So let's go here and then go down and do the one at the bottom. Then we'll go up and do the one at the top. Yeah, we'll take care of this one.
These will do nicely.
Blah! Blah! I smite you, dirty beast! And take your hide, so that I may bait another. Chop it up.
Return to the sea, and to the clouds rise again.
Chop suey.
We have our bait then. What next?
Next, we pay a visit to the Dark Gate to pick some local weed. It'll help disguise our scent.
Where be that, pray tell? Oh, further down. Cool. Let's do it.
There should be a
Really
sprig
are
or two of
nice.
local weed growing somewhere around here. Look for the golden leaves.
Is this it?
Aye, that's the stuff. Crush the leaves between your fingertips and rub them on your clothes.
If you insist.
I don't want to mess my outfit up. Why you gotta make me mess my outfit up?
You could have warned me about the smell.
Like corruption, isn't it? We'll have an honor guard of flies before long. But it'll stop the Givra from noticing us. Its nose will tell it we're nothing but a feast for worms.
Oh, I feel so much better.
But
You can wash it off afterwards. If there's one good thing about the Givra choosing the ruins for its hunting ground, it's that there's plenty of fresh water nearby.
all right. Now we're going down there. And back up there is where the other one is. All right, fine. I think I'll use a ride.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
I'm gonna run by most of the garbage because I don't need it.
Where should we lay the bait?
Givras are creatures of habit. Look for some sign of its passing. It's sure to return to the same place sooner or later.
Marking its territory.
Something was. A curl, maybe.
Well, she didn't like that spot we looked at first. Picky bitch. Or, I said that out loud. Sorry, people. Oh, you could have climbed up there. You really could have climbed up there. You could have climbed up there, too. What's up here? Any good stuff?
A fresh kill.
But not a Givras. The wounds are too clean. Too small.
Tracks.
Rat tracks.
I assume they're too small to belong to a Givra.
You're right. They're barely big enough to belong to a Givra's breakfast.
Only one more place to check. Pick these up, whatever this is. No room for potions. Don't need to go back there again. Don't need to go back there yet. I already cleared that once, so we don't need to do that again. But we will go over here. Turn this corner. Actually, we need to turn now, don't we? So we'll go this way. Collect whatever this is. Another potion that I guess we can't use. Because I keep hearing the sound for can't use it.
These look like a predator's tracks. You can clearly make out the claws.
And not just any claws. These belong to a Givra. There's no mistaking them. We'll lay the bait here.
Let's hope our friend is hungry.
Let's hope my friend is hungry and I don't smell like doo-doo for no reason. 'Cause I don't want to smell like dirter. I don't want to
It's all right,
smell
son.
like dirter.
Patience, Clive. Hunting's not something you can rush.
Have you stalked these beasts before?
Once. Beavers are fast, so the job called for a bearer. But even with my knack, it was a close-run thing.
Not many leaders would take such risks for their people.
Says the man who battled an icon to save a boy he barely knew. It is the way of the moats of water to use what gifts we've been given for the good of all. And I gather it's your way too.
It was Sid, the man whose name I bear. He fought for his people and their future with every fiber of his being. I'm just following in his footsteps. In many ways, you remind me of him.
Me? You're confusing daring with desperation. Quiet. Something's coming.
Crap, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning and I ain't even done the dishes yet. What the heck? Well, look at that thing. Guess we gotta put him down.
Our guest has finally arrived.
Shall we greet him?
It'd be rude not to.
Peekaboo, ugly dude.
Don't let it escape.
Too slow. Nice try.
You're too slow, dude. Yeah, I guess I need that. Oop, I can't see the counter going up because I switched out of it. But maybe it went up. Let's do some limit break smacking around.
Nice try.
Nice try. Nice try.
Nice try.
Nice try.
Too slow.
Too slow. Too slow. Too slow and low. Don't too slow. Mama said live a live box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. Rawr.
Too slow.
Too slow.
Too slow.
Gonna freeze you for a second. Finish him. Blah 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 blah. The Phoenix. took care of.
You weren't exaggerating when you said they were dangerous.
They're forces of nature, all right. And with this one's passing, the river of life has calmed. O roaring torrent, son of storms, may your spirit run free in the open ocean. This flesh I claim, that your gifts might rain down upon us this day, and our river flow in spate once more.
She's pretty handy with that knife, cutting it up. Chop up mama suey.
Well then, let's return to the village. We must get this tongue to your miller before it spoils.
Well, we got that. Yeah, sure, why not?
Tributary, my lord. Did all proceed as planned?
It did. Here. 1 Geaver tongue. As promised.
Oh, thank you. I shall add it to the broth at once. By your leave, tributary.
If there is anything else that we can do to help, you need only ask.
No. You've already done more for my family than I can ever repay.
Just as you have, Clive, for my family. I only regret that I have nothing to offer you in return but my gratitude.
It's more than enough. Besides, I'm no less grateful to you.
For what?
For welcoming my friends and I into your midst. For showing us how your people live. For reminding me that the world we strive to create, where bearers can live alongside their fellow men in peace and comfort, is no mere fantasy.
I'd hardly call it comfort. Every day is a struggle. Though we do at least struggle together, it's true.
As must we all. I only ask that ye remember the cost of using your gifts as a bearer. I know that you feel it's your duty to do whatever you can to help your people. But you have a child to think about now. And Wallis has lost enough.
I shall bear that in mind.
That's all I ask. Oh, and if there is anything else that we can do to help, well, you know.
Thank you. Truly.
Hey, don't be giving me those eyes. Don't be giving me that look. Leveled up again. Bow, bow, bow. 102. The darkness increasing is intensity an area of effect while allowing the execution of the ability at any time regardless of recovery status. Oh, is that right? But I can't get rid of my dodge and my berserker ring. That's not gonna happen. What the heck is this? Another quest? I only needed like 3. What's this guy want?
It is good to have him back.
Oh, that's her. I think we'll come back to you. I still got to take care of this up here. Alright, let's head out this way. Yep.
What do we have here?
What do we have here? Something that had dinner?
Found her. Something's been busy. Whatever this creature is, it's out for blood. But it's not having ours. Stay close, Torgal. Where are you?
Yeah, I gotta look around a little bit. The DLC is pretty much done, but I just want to look around a little bit.
This is the mineral Pavar was talking about. The one that rings out like a bell.
Oh boy. Is this a Marlboro? Oh no. It's a... I already know one of these already. Cool. Just wasn't a... what you call it?
Another fragment of Wallius's rage. I should have known. Time to put you to bed too.
Oh, where'd you go? Come back here. Little power funky things here you got going on.
Too slow.
got it again and dagger.
Nice try.
There it is.
It's over.
It's over. Used in crafting.
Fingers crossed that's the last of them.
Yep, fingers crossed.
Either way, I should let Eirik know the danger is past. For now, at least.
How many times do we have to tell you? You're not to go out into the woods alone.
But I wasn't alone. You're back.
So? Did you find the fiend that attacked me and young Eirik here?
I did. It won't be troubling you anymore.
Yes. I knew you'd get it.
Only because you warned me of its existence. Not that you should ever have learned of its existence, but all's well that ends well, I suppose.
What was it, anyway?
A manifestation of Leviathan's power. When we visited Wallius in the Surge, he was angry and afraid. The Icon summoned these creatures for his protection. Though why one would be wandering the ruins of Riversmeet, I don't know.
Maybe it was looking for his mum. That's where she died, isn't it? The Falls.
The Falls?
Aye. When they took her baby, she threw herself off the top. We go there once a year to pay our respects. The whole village.
An Eggy is a part of its master's spirit, but Wallius wouldn't have been aware of what had happened to his mother, would he?
Well, either way, you did us a favor putting that thing to rest. Us and Wallius. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Aye.
Give me my trophy.
Thanks, mister.
Give me my trophy. Give me my trophy. Give me my trophy. Oh, another level too. Cool. Give me my trophy. Or Calcum. Cool. Trophy, please. There it is. Alright, so I could
I'm so sorry for all the trouble and
take on this one, see what she wants done. Maybe it's the last one.
No, it has to be him.
What has to be who? If you, don't mind my asking.
It's not your asking, I mind. It's my explaining. But I don't see any other way around it. You see, when a baby is born here, we hold a ceremony to welcome them. The rite of immersion, we call it. But I don't know whether Wallius was ever afforded that courtesy. What is abundantly clear, though, is that my ancestors never welcomed him as one of us. And I want to change that. The problem is, the ceremony requires 3 ministrators. The baby's parents, and a witness. As tributary, the role of witness would normally fall to me. But being Wallace's closest living relative, I must play the role of mother.
So you want me to serve as witness in your stead?
That's right. A witness must be a trusty guardian, ready to steer the child through the stormy waters of life and on to tranquility. Which is why I thought of you.
It would be my honor.
Thank you, Clive.
So, if you will serve as mother and I as witness, who will take on the father's role?
I have a younger brother. He should be making ready for the rite as we speak, though whether he is or not. Let me introduce you.
Please do. If he's anything like his sister, I'm sure we'll get on famously.
I'll bid him come to the Witten Hall. Will you wait for us there?
Gladly.
Should be an easy enough quest. Shouldn't be any battles, hopefully.
It is good to have him back.
So we'll just go over here and hang out, get this cutscene stuff done, and I think I'm gonna go to the hideout, pick up the other summons I'm gonna get, and I'm gonna call it. I'll probably do the rest of the trophies offline. You know,
Clive, my brother.
these have been some pretty good ones.
If it isn't my old mate Sid!
You?
So you do remember me, even stripped of my cunning disguise? I'm touched.
You two know each other.
My friends and I crossed paths with your brother on our hunt for the dusk crystals, during which we saved his life. 3 times, was it?
3, 4, who's counting? All I know is when Shula mentioned she'd called in Sid the Outlaw to help young Walyas, I could be sure that the little rascal was in safe hands. I mean, having seen you in action back at the tower, I know exactly what you're capable of.
So the mercenary you met in the Sage Spire, that was Clive. And he saved your life? That's a rather different story from the one you told me. And a far likelier one at that. It would appear my family owe you twice over. Whether they admit it or not. Honestly, Fammy, would it kill you to tell the truth once in a while?
What? I said sorry, didn't I? How about we save the, recriminations until after the ceremony, eh?
Speaking of which, what does this ceremony involve exactly?
It's simple, really. We each say a short prayer and anoint the child's head with holy water.
Nothing too onerous, then.
Not about the rite itself, no. But it does call for some preparation. One of the witness's responsibilities is to collect the holy water, you see. 3 phials for the 3 ministrators, each taken from a particular place. Don't worry, though. It's not as if you have to go alone. I can show you the way.
I'd appreciate that.
Famiel, you stay here and ready the Witten Hall.
Leave it to me.
If there's anything Jill and I can do to assist you...
We'd be glad to help.
Thank you both.
Well, we was waiting. What do you want us to do?
All right then, let's get started, shall we? There are 3 types of holy water that we must collect. The water of the mountain, of the river, and of the sea. We take the water of the mountain from the spring atop Maiden's March. The water of the river from the course that flows through the ruins of Riversmeet. And the water of the sea from the shallows of Tailwind Bay. Here are the phials we'll be using in the ceremony. I'm ready to leave whenever you are.
All right, map. All right, so we got one there, one up there, and the other is down there. So, best way to get to these places. One, two, three. Let's go here first. It's a turtle.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Careful. This path leads down to the coast. Usually we keep this gate shut tight, but since this is a special occasion... Thank the tides the weather held. This place can be treacherous when the waves are high. If it weren't for the holy water, no one would ever come down here.
I'll be sure to watch my step.
Water flows to the sea, then rises into the clouds. Just like life, the end is not the end, only a new beginning. My ancestors chose this place because it was where the first boat landed.
And it's a good thing they didn't land closer to the surge.
Quite.
Not too shabby. Nope, here's the first spot.
The water of the sea. I still can't help but be awed by it.
Oh? All that wave ever made me feel was pity and sorrow for the innocent life trapped inside it. The child my great-grandfather sacrificed to try to change his people's fate. It was wrong, an unforgivable sin. But I often wonder, will my descendants ever forgive me for what I have done? As tributary, I've faced many difficult choices. And though I've always striven to do what's best for my people, here we live in poverty, hidden away from the world. So have my choices denied them a better life, just as my ancestors denied Walyas his?
No. You would not forcibly sacrifice one of your people to save the others. You do the best you can for all of them, as do I. We share in their woes, just as we share in their joys. And the most we can do is try to bring them more of the latter.
Aye, you're right. And try I shall, to bring all of my people a better tomorrow. Walyas included.
Then I wish you luck. If my time with the boy is any indication, he's going to be quite a handful.
Then we must start as we mean to go on, and give him the very best welcome we can. care not to spill it.
Right. Let's save that for the ceremony.
Alright, let's go get this one. I guess I should have known it wasn't going to be just easy peasy run around and grab this and grab that kind of thing. That he's going to have a little bit of traversing to do.
We can collect the water of the river from here.
All right.
Right, they even have the bubble sound of the air coming out of the bottle. Nice.
The water of the river represents life. It is constantly moving, constantly changing. And though its course may twist and turn or branch into 1,000 separate streams, it always flows in the same direction, from source to sea, beginning to end.
Like time. What of Wallius, then? When your ancestors froze him, did they remove him from the River of Life?
They did. Like an ice-bound pool that didn't thaw for 80 summers. But now he's free to flow again, to live. And you and I shall flow with him, for we are all but drops of water in the great river of life.
I find that thought oddly reassuring.
Go on.
A drop of water might seem insignificant on its own, but as a part of a torrent, it can cleave a path through the hardest rock. It makes me believe we humans might just stand a chance.
I believe we might. Just one more file to go then.
Nearly done.
Cool, cool, nifty, nifty. Wow, such a walk. Boo.
Good girl. Yeah.
Whoa, giddy up, horsey, come back here. We gotta make sure we pick up all the goods when we do see them. The only thing I'm not always getting is the
Careful.
chest and whatnot. Oh, you should have been able to jump up there. And I guess if I did all these battles down through, I could end up at max level, but I don't, it's not really necessary. I mean, I've done all the Beelzes.
Stay back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble. Come on.
Sure, there was going to be one fight.
Help! Help? What help? Nobody's coming to... Help?
We're here to help. Keep its attention on us.
I'll do more than that.
belly rub. You like the belly rub? I'd like to do it. I forgot my buttons was on the other side.
Is anyone hurt?
Oh, Sid! Thank all the clouds in the heavens you came. You saved us. Again!
Would you two care to explain what you're doing up here?
The chief sent us to fetch incense for the ceremony. So the Witten Hall smells nice. For the little Ben.
You mean to tell me you braved this den of deadly beasts for some tree sap?
You don't have to do everything he says, you know.
Or if you must, at least have the good sense to ask one of our hunters to accompany you.
We're sorry.
It's fine. Just go back to the village before you get yourselves into any more trouble.
Right you are. Oh, and thanks and that.
Remind me to
Thanks
give my
and
brother a cuff round the ear when we get back. Right then. Let's collect this water, shall we? The rain that falls on the mountain emerges here, in these springs.
The source of the river. The source of life.
Precisely.
Where to next, then?
Back to the village, to find out if my brother has made the necessary preparations.
Back to the village we go. Bear, 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 bow, bow, bow.
We have the holy water. Is everything else in place?
All ready to go. Told you could count on me.
Then let us begin. Famiel, have your men summon everyone to the Witten Hall.
Right you are.
Ashula, wait. I don't know the words.
Don't worry. There aren't many of them. We'll have time enough to practice before people arrive.
A lot calmer now, aren't you?
My friends, we are gathered here today to welcome this child into our community by the rite of immersion, as has been our custom since the first reign. As tributary, I would normally perform the rite with the child's parents, but Walius's mother and father returned to the sea long ago. So I and my brother Famiel shall serve as his family, while the one who returned him to us shall bear witness in my stead. Clive, if you would step forward.
Like the rain that falls on the mountains tall, are we born.
Like the river that flows through the valleys below, do we live.
Like the boundless sea, where the currents run free, do we die, and to the clouds then rise again.
The circle of water is the circle of life, and today from the heavens falls rain anew. This child, Walius, now joins our stream, and he shall flow with us from the mountains to the sea.
Pretty nifty. I do say so myself.
You played your part to a T, Clive. Thank you. It means a lot to us.
I was honored to be asked, and terrified I'd miss.
Now that you're part of the family, young Walyas, my lad. Uncle Famiel can teach you the ways of the world.
Oh no, he can't.
Eh?
Don't be so hasty. Your brother's knack for self-preservation might serve him well.
Ha! You are never going to let me live that down, are you?
I'm gonna raise Walius as if he were my own. Teach him everything I know about life, our people, and our past. But with all the mother crystals gone, he will grow up in a world without comforts. One where we only have ourselves and each other to rely on.
I'd say your people are better prepared than most to survive in such a world, Shula. To thrive, indeed, under your guidance.
Only if nature continues to smile on us. If we were to lose her gifts, we'd be left with nothing at all.
Yes. But it needn't come to that. Not if we can stop the spread of the Blight. So long as we can save a single patch of soil, we can plant the seeds for a new world. One where we can all be free.
Perhaps then we might finally be able to step out from behind our curtain, eh? Till that day comes, I wish you good tide.
Thank you. We should be on our way.
Well, you be careful out there.
Aye, you steer clear of trouble now.
Likewise.
Clive's chambers. Nice.
To think, we must be the first outsiders to have witnessed that rite in over a century.
Wallius has been waiting for it for nearly as long. He seemed pleased to be finally rejoining the family.
Now all we have to do is save that family. To change our river's course.
Well, we know where we're headed now, but I'm not doing the last fight again. We're going to go to the hideaway, and I believe that'll be the end of it for us. I'm going to pick up that last thing we need, so that we have it. And I will work out the last 2 or 3 trophies on my own.
What is this?
Muthos. You plumbed the very abyss, yet still you hunger. We are impressed.
Is that so? Not again.
This is our new Drusa name. Yep, new set of wings.
Power
is ours, and now it is yours. Consider it a gift from us to you, a taste of things to come.
You still think I'm going to be your vessel? I'll take your gift then, Ultima. Just don't expect it back.
Do you hear me? I will never be yours! Yeah! Yeah!
Trophy.
You, who ever rail against our gifts, remain all too eager to avail yourself of them. Perhaps you require more time to reflect.
A challenge in-game battle content in which Cloud must delve into the very circles of hell and tackle wave after wave of familiar yet ferocious enemy. Why is that still question mark? Well, we don't need to stay in here any longer. What I do want to do is move this over to here as abilities. I want to fully load up these abilities. Another trophy. Another trophy. And just out of curiosity, let's look and see how many we have left to do. Alright. Rising Tide, we have strike 3 enemies, total attack while using unlimited ammunition following a quick refill. Complete trial by water. And complete the Corona's Gate. That's the last 3 we got? Yep. Okay. So, I want to say thank you to everyone who has endured these 3 quick streams today. Well, I say quick, a couple of 2-hour ones, but we got through it, and we have done things and got it all squared away. And I'm going to save right here so that I have it. Yep. And I do believe that is where we will leave it, friends. Like I said, thanks again for joining. Sub, like, and comment if you want to. If not, have a great day, and good seeing you. Take care.